A VR8 is a theoretical engine that exists, but the general public is only familiar with its compound version used in the Bugatti Veyron and Chiron. It differs significantly from a 2 or 3 bank W8, and many believe Volkswagen was the closest manufacturer to its development. There was somebody in Italy who did it sooner. The obscure narrow-angle engine dates back to the 1920s, and it was perhaps the most compact V8 ever. As a pioneer of narrow-angle V engines, Lancia introduced a 13-degree V4 as its first foray in 1922. A respected luxury manufacturer in the early 20th century, Lancia contemplated installing a narrow-angle V12 into a flagship product. After unveiling a concept, they realized the exorbitant cost and stepped back from the idea. In the same year, Lancia also introduced a narrow-angle 8-cylinder engine for their flagship model, named the 3K. This 4.6-liter 14-degree unit boasted 98 horsepower at 2500 rpm with a remarkably undersquared cylinders. Additionally, it featured a single overhead camshaft positioned in the middle of the head and a 2-valve setup. The 3K was just the beginning and was produced in limited numbers, totaling only 847 units. Its successor, the D Lambda, saw production numbers double, featuring a smaller 4-liter engine with roughly the same power output. The D Lambda sported a V-angle increased to 24 degrees. From the outside, the engine would be virtually unrecognizable from a regular 4-cylinder, boasting an incredibly sleek engine block and a single head. Considering the V-angle, the crankshaft received adequate crank throw offset. Surprisingly, it was also equipped with a 5-bearing crank, a feature not commonly found at the time. The D Lambda featured an overhead camshaft operating all the valves through push rods. Both sides of the head had exhaust manifolds bolted to it, while the intake charge was introduced through a side-mounted carburetor inside the block. In the past, it utilized a small exhaust pipe to warm up fuel, a feature rendered unnecessary with modern fuels. Despite its 2-ton weight, this smooth engine allowed for a reasonable top speed of 130 km/h for the D Lambda. Following the Lambda, Lancia introduced a third iteration of the engine. The Asura was unveiled alongside the Artena, a smaller 55 horsepower V4 sibling. The new V8 unit saw 2 generations, a 2.6-liter 19-degree engine for the first and second Asura variants, and a 70-degree 3-liter engine for the third and fourth generations, delivering 72 and 82 horsepower respectively. The Asura featured marginal differences, apart from the V-angle and a small displacement. The carburetor was relocated to the very top of the engine, integrated into the valve cover. In total, just over 2,900 Asturas were produced by the company. Designed during the era when the straight 8s were often preferred in the luxury segment, narrow-angle V8 engines offered notable advantages. Beyond their compact footprint, they were remarkably smooth, surpassing even inline engines in this regard. This smoothness was achieved through a very short crankshaft, marginally longer than that of an inline 4, which provided strength while minimizing torsional vibrations. A magazine article of the time even referred to it as a vibrationless engine. These engines, along with the innovative cars they powered, are evidence of Lancia's advanced engineering prowess a century ago. To conclude this narrative of narrow-angle engines, there is speculation that Volkswagen considered a VR8 engine back in the 1980s. The concept aimed to install a 6-cylinder engine into a Golf, and a turbo Formula 1 project was seen as a great promotional opportunity. Peter Hofbauer, Volkswagen's then head of powertrain development, believed in the superiority of engines with a greater number of cylinders, citing their ability to achieve higher engine speeds. The output of a high-power engine comes from the speed at which you can run it. And the smaller the cylinder, the faster you can run it, he says. This VR8, an 8-cylinder with the only one head with these stacked cylinders, would give you an enormous compact and light machine, so the power-weight ratio would be superior. The power density is the key number here. It's unfortunate, but the VR8 project never even made it to the dyno. Despite its belief in its potential among insiders, there are words that the board did not want to pursue this idea and the project was abandoned. The VR6 idea eventually made it, but not with a motorsport promotion.